What I try to share through my years of experience of travel, being a Pow Wow man, I like to always talk about origins, history, and many of the influences, people that graced this arena many times over the past, and I usually like to acknowledge that when we go to the specific categories. Hadushka, as I was saying earlier, originated back in the early 1600s, and has spread throughout North America. Perhaps one of the most visible in our culture. There's a lot of tradition, a lot of rights that we share in this arena. Most importantly, the respect we have for our veterans and our warriors. For without their sacrifice, we would not have our leadership, we would not have our ceremony, many of our songs, many of our dances. The songs that you hear many times pay that special homage, that certain respect to certain warriors among our people. Over the years, it has changed and become somewhat what we call more than a profession. It has become a way of life for many of us. So I certainly want to thank Merlinda, I want to thank again, San Felipe people, the casino, for allowing us this special evening to host this little Easter powwow. So at this time, I'm going to ask you in a nice way, audience, to please stand. As again, we recognize our Eagle staff and our red, white, and blue. Many times we always lead in our grand entries with the Eagle staff, because our Eagle staff, many of our treaties were signed under these Eagle staff. So we're certainly very honored, very thankful, very appreciative, bringing in our colors, leading Mr. James Edwards, bringing in our Eagle staff, a member of the Pawnee Nation, a champion dancer, MC extraordinaire, Mr. Pow Wow himself. I'd like to acknowledge again Mr. James Edwards. Also, Mr. Trujillo, Dan Trujillo, will be carrying in our American flag. So at this time, we're going to go to our host, Northern Drum, Iron Star, if you will. Grand entry time. Audience, please stand. Hukka, if you're ready. The first verse of every grand entry is in honor of many of the people that have passed on. Many of our elders that could not be here tonight, many of those that are incarcerated, many of those that are in our hospitals. We think of them in a good way. We lend that spirit and a certain blessing. And then bringing in our Eagle staff, the champion dancer in his own right, Mr. James Edwards, member of the Pawnee Nation, presently residing in the Santa Fe area. Bringing in our American flag, United States Army veteran, I'm going to acknowledge at this time Mr. Danny Trujillo. Our head court dancer, Mr. Terry Snake, member of the Hotel Nation. Mrs. Salvador Waki, member of the Walnatoa Pueblo people. And our royalty, two very beautiful young ladies. I believe, again, one serving as the Rocky Ridge Pow Wow Princess. I'd like to acknowledge Americus Johnson, and the Black Creek Georgia Society Princess, Miss Melita Johnson, our visiting royalty. Serving the capacity of our head dancers for this evening's session, I'd like to recognize Mr. Mike Pacheco and Miss Naomi Scott. Thank you. Please remain standing as we go to our host Southern Drum. As Southwest singers, we'd like to acknowledge our Eagle staff and our American flag. This time, this is the American Indian and Native American flag song. Hookah! This is the flag song of the Kiowa Nation, acknowledging many of the warriors over the centuries, the sacrifice they have made for our people and our way of life. While this song is being sung, let us think of many of the young men, the young ladies that are serving our country today. And many of the warriors of the past, creating what we so enjoy today, the tradition of the Herushka. I was asked to make a special request on this memorial song. The Tapdo family lost one of their nephews, their son. In their memorial song, they want to acknowledge, again, the veterans of the past. And today, we honor the memory of this young man, Mr. David Tapdo. So we're going to go to our host, Northern Drum, for a memorial song. thank you. Okay, at this time, I believe we're going to go to our host Southern Drum for the victory song, the dance of the warriors. So, dancers, dance in place. Hookah! All right, audience, you may be seated. Hookah! At this time again, we'd like to acknowledge our Eagle staff Mayor, Mr. James Edwards. You may go ahead and place the staff. And the American flag. I'd like to acknowledge again Mr. Danny Chirquillo. How about a round of applause for